Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I'm talking about the sign of Taurus, how this is going to affect you in the year of 2021. So talking about Taurus, first of all, let's make sure you have the right zodiac. If you don't know what your sidereal Vedic astrology ascendant, which is your rising sign, if you don't know what that is, you can go to my website and pull up my free chart calculator and figure out what your rising ascendant sign is. It's based on your time of birth. And also don't forget to look at your moon sign, because this is going to give a sense of how you're feeling throughout the year. Check both those out, and that's the one to listen to. So if your ascendant or your moon sign is in Taurus, this is going to be a huge year for change. I've got some very significant information to give to you, because let me just jump in here. Between February 22nd and April 13th, Mars and Rahu are going to collide together in your sign, Taurus. What does that mean? Well, it's going to be in your first house, in other words. So it's like the energy that you have is going to be mind-blowing, almost to the point where it's going to be too much. Be careful. Don't be too aggressive, too over-assertive. Don't jump into things. Take your time. Now, normally as a Taurus, you do take your time, but at this time, something's pressing, something's pushing you. Slow down. You are very accident prone with this in your first house. And furthermore, with this, because Ketu's in the 7th house, there can be blow-ups in your relationships this year, especially during that window of time. Please take it easy. Don't get too angry. Don't get upset. There will be things that will trigger you. But realize that after April 13th, it'll be over. So you can get through this. It's not a time for you to completely freak out, and take it easy. Okay, aside from that aspect that happens February 22nd through April 13th, Jupiter is going to be in your 9th house till April 5th. And then it will return then again between September and November of 2021. What's going to happen during this time with Jupiter, Saturn in your 9th house, it's a time of learning. You've been thinking about going back to school, or either taking some classes, reading more, learning about specific things like spirituality, finding the truth. All of a sudden your interest peaks, and you are doing a lot of studying and reading and learning, possibly taking a class online, or possibly just studying some subjects that it's kind of surprising that all of a sudden you're into. Now, the next thing is, if your father's alive or not, this is going to be a time that you can heal your relationship with your father, whether you have to go in and do the inner work and possibly just have a union with the areas dealing with issues around your father. And I will say this, you will find powerful teachers this year, because that's a 9th house matter too. So it's going to be about teaching, learning, and most of all, the 9th house deals with long distance travel. And boy, we have been curtailed with our traveling this past year. You're going to make up for some lost time, because you feel the need to get out, travel, do things that you haven't been able to do for so very long. And this is a time where you'll be more fortunate. Don't forget the 9th house deals with luck and fortune. The Saturn-Jupiter conjunction will give you opportunities, but most of all, it's going to expand your awareness and your knowledge, and learn more about spirituality and what is really the truth. That's what you will be doing. So the next thing that I want to talk about is by the time that Jupiter changes signs into Aquarius. This is going to be between May and June. And Jupiter is going to move on into your 10th house from April through most of this year. So this is going to expand your position, your social standing, your career. It's going to take it to the next level. You have new opportunities. You're going to have promotions. You're going to have advancement. And if you have your own business, it's a time of great expansion, because Jupiter's all about expansion, and Aquarius can mean you could bring on more people. It could grow to levels that you've been wanting. So bringing on new people, employees, and plus, if you're trying to find a job, this is the year it's all going to come together for you with Jupiter transiting in your 10th house. But remember, it doesn't enter until April 5th. But when it stations between May and July, that's when the opportunities take off. There's going to be some very positive things happening for you in your career, and it is a focus. So remember that when things get critical this year, there can be some blow-ups in that February or April time, but K2 is still in your 7th house throughout this year. And if your relationships are not built on trust or are secure, this is the year it could fall apart, because when you are walking on thin ice, this is with K2 in the 7th house going to affect you deeply, and things are going to come out that you didn't know about. And these things can make or break a relationship. So remember to be prepared and to look deep and to heal, because that's what this year is about. Healing your relationships and learning a great deal. New subjects, finding your truth with Jupiter Saturn in the 9th house, and travel and opening up to a new world. So with that, I'd like to close. If you would like more information on my university to learn Vedic astrology yourself, go to my university website, which is universityof-vedic-astrology.com. And don't forget, when you go to find the free chart calculator, which is on my website, which is galacticcenter.org, remember to sign up for my free newsletter and check out my jewelry line of spiritual jewelry. It is beautiful. And have a good year. Thank you.